Ethics of Our Fathers, second chapter, second Mishnah. Rabban Gamliel, the son of Rabbi Yehuda Nasi, said, "Excellent is the study of the Torah together with a worldly pursuit, for the exertion expended in both of them causes sin to be forgotten. If it is all Torah and it does not have with it a craft, in the end it comes to nothing and causes sin." Rabban Gamliel praises the learning of Torah in combination with a worldly pursuit. The Hebrew expression derech eretz literally means the way of the world and usually means courtesy. The general understanding of this Mishnah follows the interpretation of Rabbi Ovadia of Bartanora, who renders it as merchandise or a craft, meaning a way of financial support. Following this approach to the Mishnah, he reasons that one who learns Torah without concern for life's necessities will eventually become a thief and forget it all. The idea of proper allocation of time between business and study is an ancient one. From the Chumash, all Israel was required to learn Torah. However, the obligation placed on the tribe of Levi was greater. They were not given a tribal province, rather, they had scattered cities in some surrounding land that could be used for agriculture. The rest of Israel was required to give them a portion of their crops to support them in their temple service. The restrictions placed on the Kohanim were greater, but the financial support mandated for them was also greater. The general point of view seems to be that a Jew should view learning Torah as his prime occupation and his craft as a secondary occupation, as brought in the Rambam. However, the issue seems to be more than just getting money. Rather, it seems to be the balance needed between spiritual and worldly pursuits. In line with this, Rabban Shimon ben Gamliel says, "Study is not the essence, rather it is the deed." This idea is similar to the Kabbalistic concept of running and returning, literally ritzu v'shuv. The idea is that one runs to Hashem by way of learning, then returns to earth to apply his lessons there. In line with this, Maimonides, in his book Guide for the Perplexed, compares religious studies to the mistress and secular studies to the servant. In effect, they complement each other, even though religious studies are a higher pursuit. It seems that the modern equivalents of the 7 branches of classical wisdom are mathematics, science, symbolism, grammar, literature, philosophy, and the fine arts. Religion is determining what is morally right in knowledge of God. If one uses this paradigm, a craft is important to a Talmid Chacham, even if he is wealthy and has no need to support himself. In fact, one who is engaged in pure learning can be supported by others, as is the case with university researchers and Kollel students. A point of the Mishnah seems to be that Torah without courtesy and craft can be harmful. The problem is that without respect for others and knowledge of the world, sacred studies can become a meaningless abstraction. Very high ideals can be captured by the evil inclination found in one's imagination. As a result, frivolous conclusions are drawn by means of frivolous logic. Instead of the Torah making life happy and meaning, it makes life miserable and pointless. Even worse, Torah that is unconnected to morality and reality, instead of becoming a sanctification of God's name, becomes a desecration, chas v'shalom, of his name. On the other hand, the greater a person's knowledge of the world and the greater his deeds are, the greater he can progress in faith. An example of this would be the position of Maimonides that to truly believe that God created the world in 6 days, one needs knowledge of science, good character, and faith in God. Sadly, there are people who are chasing after the evil inclination, and others who are easily seduced by the vanities of this world. For them, secular knowledge is a path to denial. However, a good person with faith will use knowledge of God and knowledge of the world to sanctify and elevate the mundane. Thank you.